Hey guys, it's Shalina with Shalina Speaks, and today I want to talk about Diddy's son, Christian. But before we get into it, I want to ask, how are you, Spirit? How is your day going? How are oh, let's just go ahead and get in. Okay, so I come across this article on Yahoo Entertainment this morning, and I just couldn't believe what I was reading. And it goes, Diddy's son, Christian Combs, assaulter accused, serves him at Mogul's Miami mansion. Diddy's son, Christian Combs, was served with legal paperwork by his assault accuser at his incarcerated father's Miami's mansion. In Touch can exclusively report. According to court documents obtained by In Touch, Gracie O. Mikhail, I'm sorry for murdering that last name, um, who filed a lawsuit accusing Christian, who is 26 years old, of assault and battery and intentional infliction of emotional distress. And the paperwork had been delivered to Diddy's mansion on the water. Diddy, who is 55, had been spending time at the mansion before he was arrested in New York on charges of ex trafficking and racketeering on September 16th. The mogul pleaded not guilty to all charges. Diddy used one of his Miami properties as collateral for his bond. He was recently denied bond for the third time last week. This is a picture of Christian Combs. In her lawsuit, Grace claims she worked as a stewardess in the yachting industry in 2018. She said she had planned to work in the industry for the rest of her life, but claimed that the alleged incident with Christian had derailed those plans for her. And can you only imagine, and everything is alleged right now, but can you imagine going through something like that? Like this is going to be your dream, this is going to be your life, and now you just can't do it because of how something may have happened to you. Like it's just changed the dynamics of things, you know? So it goes on to say, Grace says she was working on a yacht named Victorious in July 2022. She said Diddy started a yacht for himself and his son came along in her suit. Grace said Diddy turned what was sold as a wholesome family excursion into a, what is that? Horrendous event. I'm just going to say horrendous. Okay, y'all? Bear with me. Never seen that word in my life. Filled with guests who Grace believed were ex workers. Grace said it resulted in an unexpected increase of a work overload for her and her colleagues, as well as unwanted exposure to unlawful drug use and ex work and general chaos. During one of the shifts, Grace said Christian was around. She said he took an immediate interest in her, which she considered very inappropriate. She claimed Christian pressured her into drink with him in a recording studio. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. I'm coming down with something. Drink in a recording studio. Grace's suit said Christian violently grabbed Grace's arm and began hurting her. Then he pulled Grace to this to sit beside him and to prevent her from getting up. Grace said she asked to be able to return to the kitchen, but her pleas fell on deaf ears. She said Christian continued to demand that she take more shots. Grace was quite scared and she realized that she was in a very dangerous situation. Grace was also feeling the effect of the tequila shots and quickly suspected that the tequila was spiked, the suit read. The suit claimed that later that day, Christian cornered Grace in a room and became physically and extremely aggressive. She said he roped her and she constantly pushed back against him constantly. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. Pushed back against him constantly. Grace said Christian took off his clothes and showed off his. You see this word right here? I don't want to say it because it's YouTube, guys. I don't want to get banned. And showed off his. She said He grabbed her arms and forced her to do on him. You see this word right here? I'm highlighting right here. Okay, to do on him. Grace started fighting Christian, but he stopped when another employee walked into the room. She said she told her captain the following morning, but he lacked compassion or concern and failed to investigate and insisted that she was probably voluntarily partying with the guests. Grace said that was not true. Grace said the captain made her continue to serve Christian while they were on the yacht and claimed she was not providing an option to be isolated or to not serve Christian. The suit claimed, in addition to her loss of employment, Grace also lost her longtime partner whom she had planned a future with. Grace's partner was never the same after seeing Grace's bruises on her body of what Christian's assault and having to deal with mental health and emotional ramifications, so they separated. Grace's mental health deteriorated and to the point where she was medicated and required intensive therapy. Additionally, she fell into a deep depression and was unable to carry out her maid of honor duties at a wedding of her only sister in June of 2023, which she had been looking forward to do for over 18 months, her lawyer wrote in the suit. Grace says she continues to suffer harm as a result of Christian's actions. At the time that the lawsuit was filed, Diddy's attorney slammed Grace's lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn. Tyrone filed a separate case against Diddy on behalf of a music producer named Rodney Jones. So, guys, as you can see, this is a lot. And my heart goes out to Grace. Obviously, something happened to her. It was enough, something happened enough to where a suit was filed. And yes, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. I understand that. But can you imagine, going through that and having to deal with the mental ramifications of something like that happening? And I know that some of you out there may have went through something like this. And I hope I didn't trigger you. And maybe I should have put a trigger warning in there. And I'm sorry about that. So maybe next time I'll put a trigger warning in there. But if you know anything about this case, go ahead and drop it in the comments. And if not, you can go ahead and drop it in the comments as well. Until next time, peace.